What is up, my pretties? It's the Lion Queen here, and welcome back to an episode of Shadows and Pretties. Now, since today is Sunday, yep, and this is episode 209 of Shadows and Pretties. Since tomorrow is Monday, and that is Thanksgiving to people that are living in Canada. So, since I live in Canada, it means my Thanksgiving is going to be this Monday. So, with that being the case, that being said, I am going to be reviewing a Thanksgiving special on the Berenstain Bears. Now, this one came out on November 20th, 1980. It made its debut on NBC at that time. So, eventually, it was produced and then all that by Berenstain Bears Thanksgiving, published by Scholastic in 1997. So this is basically based on the book on that. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and begin with this one. So the storybook version of this film was produced and published by Scholastic in 1997 under the title The Berenstain Bears Thanksgiving. However, the book as closely follows the plot of the television special. However, as in August of 2016, the book is out of print, but can easily be found on secondhand market or on Amazon if you're lucky in that. Which, of course, the Berenstain Bears Scouts Meet BigPaw that came out in 1995 has a similar plot, which is going to be for a different time. So let me get started with this. Now, this is honestly a really good Thanksgiving special, which is, I honestly really like this one. I mean, I used to love watching this one as a kid. I mean, this one was my favorite out of all Berenstain Bears stuff. But I mean, it's a Thanksgiving themed television special based on the Berenstain Bears children's book series by Stan and Jan Berenstain. Of course, it was produced by Marshall Buzz Poltemakin and directed by Mordecai Gerlstein. So, Stan and Jan Berenstain's first animated holiday special aired in NBC in December of 1979, which was called The Berenstain Bears Christmas Tree, was the first 5 annual animated specials that would air on NBC, produced by Joe Cates and Joseph Cates Production Company. So, however, this one, called The Berenstain Bears Meet BigPaw, was the second in this series. So, we got a pretty good cast and crew for Mama Bear, Papa Bear, Brother Bear, and Sister Bear, and BigPaw, of course. So, anyways, let's begin with the plot of this of what this special is about. This is a pretty good idea for me to, refresh everybody's memories, especially for those who haven't seen the movie in, a really long time. I know some people haven't watched this special in, maybe in a couple years. You guys might have maybe watched it when you were a little kid. Probably don't remember much of it, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with that. Now, I will do the Berenstain Bears and Christmas Tree in December, and I will do the Easter surprise probably, whenever Easter's around the corner next year in 2023. I'm not too sure, but you'll know when it comes out and all that. So eventually the program premiered on Thursday, November 20th, 1980 on NBC. And it was led was Daffy Duck's Thanks for Giving special, and it was competed against the Waltons on CBS and FLN Football on ABC, and the special was eventually sponsored by Kellogg's. So, anyways, this production and casting was pretty much the 25-minute special was created and written by Stan and Jan Berenstain, and it featured original music composed and conducted by Emmy-winning musician Elliot Lawrence, with the lyrics provided by Stan Berenstain. So the score includes 3 original songs, which is Thankfulness, Big Paw, and A Stranger's Just Somebody You Don't Already Know. However, the special started when Ron McCarley, Gabriella Glatster, Jonathan Lewis, and Pat Linsinger as Papa, Sister, and Brother, and Mama Bear. Respectively, McCarley is also doubled as the show's narrator, as 4 actors were reprising their vocal roles from the Berenstain Bears Christmas Tree, as Bob Caliban was the voice of BigPaw. So this was the second of the 5 Berenstain Bears animated specials that were aired on NBC from 1979 to 1983. So anyways, let me begin with the plot. I know we've been monologuing for about, a bit, for like, oh my god, 6 minutes. I mean, I was just kind of giving like a little bit of a summary of how the history of this is beginning. So I do apologize for, not getting to the plot sooner, but I'm going to get to the plot of this now. So this is going to be good for people who haven't watched the special in a long time, for those who haven't seen it in years, and for those who have not seen it. So anyways, this is about Thanksgiving approaching bear country, and the bear family attempted to concern their fortunes by reading the harvest honeycomb. When an ominous footprint appears on the bottom of the pan, Mama interprets that this is a sign that Thanksgiving legend of BigPaw is coming to pass. According to this legend, Mama states that and warns the cubs that if the bears were selfish, greedy, and unkind to the needy and do not share the bounties of nature, BigPaw will come and gobble up bear country by county, and Papa believes that the story was nonsense. So Papa considers himself as a bear for all seasons, telling the cubs how he takes care of the earth and all the creatures all year around, and especially on days like Easter, Christmas, and Arbor Day. But when it comes to Thanksgiving, Papa seems to be caring more about eating the feast than giving thanks. So meanwhile, Mama tries to continue the Thanksgiving preparations at home. While visiting the pumpkin patch, Papa learns that his selfishness duped that the urban legend of terrifying BigPaw is real, and on this move, though sister bog on their own, brother and sister decide to go and gather no ifs, ands, or buts, mixed nuts for Papa. So they set off into the woods and into the sinister bog to gather nuts. While gathering nuts in a tree, brother and sister feel the earth trembling as BigPaw approaches. Eventually, they're terrified, and the cubs lose their balance and begin to fall from a tree. They get saved from injury, although by landing in an enormous hand of BigPaw. However, instead of hurting them, BigPaw gently places them safely onto the ground, and the cubs immediately realize that BigPaw is not a creature to fear. He's basically just a gentle giant. Meanwhile, back at the village square, though, Papa has gathered the members of Bear Country, rallying up the group of citizens to seek out BigPaw and get him before he gets us. Mama and the bears thinks the bears are getting carried away and convinces them to use their heads and think things through. However, when BigPaw climbs a high mountain to try and take a nap, his yawn echoes throughout the valley, but the fearful bears interpret his yawn as a terrifying roar, and Papa, seeing BigPaw's giant shadow resembles a mob, brother and sister try to tell Papa of BigPaw's kindness, but unfortunately he does not listen. Upon the mountain, BigPaw's been setting in for his nap when he hears the sound of an angry mob approaching. Afraid of the approaching bears, BigPaw built a tall stack of boulders and plans to use the weapons against the approaching mob until sister and brother intervene, placing themselves between BigPaw and the angry members of Bear Country. BigPaw then holds back this tower of rocks, gently picks up brother and sister, who explains how kind the giant is. So the ending of the movie or special, whatever you prefer to call it. I mean, if you want to call this a movie, perfectly cool. If you want to call this like a special, perfectly fine. Whatever works for you guys. Everyone celebrates, and Bear family invites BigPaw to Thanksgiving dinner on the following day, which in time BigPaw presents Papa with his favorite treat, which is mixed nuts. So that was the Berenstain Bears Thanksgiving, special, also known as Meet BigPaw, or however you guys prefer to call it. I really like the fact that BigPaw is pretty much just a bear family, Bear Country, or Berenstain Bears spoof of Bigfoot. Or in this case, kind of like their version of Bigfoot, having it to be BigPaw, which I think that's honestly really cool because I know the Berenstain Bears had done a couple spoofs of, certain things, and I know a lot of these shows do tend to do that, and even movies and books too. So the very first special of this of the VHS release of, well, the Berenstain Bears meets Big Paw. In 1984, Ambassador Home Entertainment released a special on Laserdisc as a double feature with the Berenstain Bears Christmas tree called A Berenstain Bears Celebration. However, in 1987, the special was then made available on VHS by Ambassador Home Entertainment as part of their Children's Treasures series. So the VHS does get a re-release in 1989 as a special was distributed by Kids Classics on VHS. And the special was re-released again in 1992 by Good Times Home Video, and it was in a double feature with the Berenstain Bears and the Christmas tree. By 2002, the special was released on DVD by Good Times, as also as a double feature with the Berenstain Bears and the Christmas tree. This, however, is the only Berenstain Bears special that was never required with the 1980s TV series by Sony Wonder, possibly due to the scene of Lone Hedgehog explain about Big Paw as he smoked a cigar briefly during his explanation or something. I mean, I'm surprised they got away with, having a hedgehog smoke a cigar in it. I mean, I'm surprised that part didn't even get this special banned. Like, when I first saw it, I was like, holy damn, they were able to get away with this. Like, I mean, it was the 80s. This movie was released in the 1980s, so around that time, there were a lot of able times to get away with some stuff, like a lot of times, you see, pretty NSFW jokes being said in certain kid shows and movies. Only adults will notice where, someone's coming from with this saying or something. I mean, I'm surprised that kid shows really do tend to do that. And even movies, too. I mean, it's pretty surprising, but I still really find them to be really enjoyable. So, anyways, with that being said and that being the case, I like the animation of this special. I thought it was really cool. The songs are amazing. Same with the storyline. I also do like that it's really well made and drawn, animated. And I mean, all the characters in it. It's just flat out amazing. I really do think it's really cool, especially with the concept of it, of the whole thing of its own self. It's flat out amazing. I've always liked the Berenstain Bears as a kid. For those who have been on my channel since, I guess ever since I started narrating creepypastas and that, most of you guys pretty much should know, that I love the Berenstain Bears. I mean, I know a lot of people really like the Berenstain Bears. I mean, most of my fans who have watched it probably should know, who the Berenstain Bears are. I've never met anyone who does not know about the Berenstain Bears. I have never met anyone who does not know what it is. Like, I mean, if you guys don't know the Berenstain Bears, or have never seen it at all, or read any books at all, then I'm going to say you're missing the big part of the Berenstain Bears. Is they bring a lot of good life lessons in that to all, adults and children, etc. And I recommend this special, especially if you have got kids in your home, or if you want to relive your childhood memories. It's best to, rewatch this special, especially for Thanksgiving. But I mean, if you live in Canada, I recommend you watch this, which I'm pretty much going to be watching this after, making an episode about it. So, yeah. So, anyways, with that being said, this is just simply my own personal opinion on this special. And if you happen to disagree with me, that's perfectly fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions in regards to these specials. And this is just simply my own personal thoughts. If you don't like this TV special, that's perfectly fine. If you like it, that's fine, because I respect your opinion regardless. So anyways, I don't have really anything much to say right now because, well, I pretty much covered everything about this special. So, if you happen to, realize I'm forgetting something or whatever, feel free to let me know in the comments below. And you can let me know in the comments too. And, if I'm missing anything, that is, feel free to let me know in the comments below. So anyways, what did you personally guys think of this special? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Also, what we have done personally to help make this special a lot better? Feel free to leave me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below because I like to hear what you guys think of this special. Anyways, I'm the Lion Queen. I want to thank you so much for watching today's episode. And if you're brand new here to this channel, feel free to leave this video a like, comment what you guys think, subscribe if you're new to this channel. And if you do subscribe to this channel, if you're new, don't forget to ring the notification bell to when I upload, so that way you guys will not miss an upload. And as always, I'll be seeing you guys all in the next video. Peace out. And to all my Canadian fans, friends, followers, or anyone else that I am associated with that are in Canada, I want to say happy Thanksgiving to you guys, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Peace out.